So I'd just like to talk a little bit about posture. We can start with our feet hip-width apart. Relax the body, relax the torso, relax the head. Everything should be stacked on top of each other. So a few things you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be leaning back, where you feel your stomach muscles engage. You don't want to be leaning too far forward where you feel your toes gripping into the floor. You also don't want to be tilting your pelvis. It's easier to see from the side. You don't want to be tilting your pelvis forward so that your back is contracted. And you also don't want to be tucked. And I'm doing this to the extreme. Most people, when they do this with their posture, they have a little bit of slight tucking or a little bit of contraction here in their back. I think it's best if you can stay in a neutral position, a position that feels good when you move. A good way to find that is to start to collapse the shoulders round the back. And now we'll take it up. And we're going to be pulled up on the toes as if someone has a string through your head and they're pulling you up. Now you're going to set yourself back down, release everything. And this is a very stable, nice posture to work from. I'll do it from the side. Collapse. Take it up. I'm being pulled up through the middle of my head from a string. And I'm setting down. Notice how I'm very slightly forward. I'm not actually straight up and down. I'm slightly forward. And you should feel everything release in the front of your body. You shouldn't feel any tension in the back of your body. It's a very stable starting point. Most Egyptian style dance is done with a straight leg. There are some times when we have a slight bend in our knee. Just a little bit of flexibility. And always keep your knees soft. Never push back. Never push back with your knees to as far as they can go. You always need a little softness in your knees. Yeah? Nice arm position. Breathing, relaxing through here. No holding. Breath coming through here. Your breath should be moving through the entire torso. And the arms up. It's a nice position to start with. Let's take a big breath. And release. So now I'd like to talk about some basic arm postures and arm movement and hand movements in belly dance. So let's start with our posture that we discussed in the first section. Relaxed, breathing, shoulders down. Not pulled down, but in a nice, comfortable position. And let's take the arms up here. So this is a very typical arm posture. You don't want the arms here straight. You want them relaxed here, elbows down. Hands generally down or comfortable. This is a very common arm posture, and you'll see this a lot later on in the DVD. And also here, this L shape. When people tend to focus on the shoulders, they tend to tighten them. It's just our tendency to pull up and to have a lot of tension in the shoulders. So you can think of releasing that tension and lengthening the neck and being very comfortable with your arms out or up. Yeah? You can turn the hands in. So you use your arms a lot as a frame. Here I'm framing my head. And here framing my hips. Yeah. So now we'll move on to the hands. This is a very nice hand movement. And to to do this movement, you can think of having a bowl of frosting, like when you were a kid, and you want to take that frosting off of the inside of the bowl. So you're taking it off, taking it off. Yeah, and with the other hand. So I start with my palms facing out, and I'm taking the frosting off of the inside of the bowl. Yeah? So you can do this with any arm position. If I want to, let's say I have my bowl of frosting here, it's the same hand movement. And of course here. So again from the front. Now I'm going to take this movement out to the side. So all I'm doing is moving my arms. The hands are doing exactly the same thing. And there is a little bit of tension in the hand. You don't want the hand to be limp. Yeah? You have a little bit of tension there. Now let's take the arms overhead. So here I have 2 bowls of frosting above me. And I'm still relaxed. I'm still breathing. And now we're going to keep the hands going. And one is going to come down in front of me, and then out to the side. And it's going to meet the other hand overhead. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to bring both hands down and take them up. And again from the front. Yeah? So let's move on to shoulders. And the shoulders, we're going to start with a shoulder roll. Yeah? So from the side. My shoulder goes forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then we start to make a smooth circle with it. So instead of here, where I'm hitting the points, I'm rolling my shoulder back. Let's look at it from the other side. Yeah, let's try both shoulders together. So this isn't particularly a move that we use in Middle Eastern dance, but when we start to alternate the shoulders, one and then the other, one and the other. This is something that we use. And take care that you're not tensing up, you're not tensing here through the jaw, you're not bringing your shoulders up. Yeah, relax. Breathe. Think about the tension that's happening here in your stomach and your abdomen. Are you pulling in to get your shoulders up? No. Yeah, release. Everything is nice and easy. Yeah, and your face also. Your face is also relaxed. No jaw clenching. And notice my hands. They're just following along. Now I'm going to start to lift my arms. So I'm still rolling the shoulders. And the rest of my arms and hands, they're just following the shoulder roll. Now I'm leaning slightly forward. Yeah? Slightly forward. And from the side. Yeah, so this is nice and easy. With a slight plie. And the arms lifting again. Breathing. So another shoulder movement, a shoulder shimmy. You start this movement by moving the shoulders forward and back, forward and back. So I'm taking one shoulder from the side, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And from the other side. Yeah. From the front, I'll do one at a time. Now with the tempo of the music. And again, the shoulders going forward, forward, forward. It's a small movement, yeah? I'm not here. You can do this, you can play with this movement after, but in learning, keep everything within a comfortable area of your body. You don't want to stretch things, overstretch things, because if you haven't done belly dance, you might be using muscles you've never used before, so you don't want to end up sore in the morning. You don't want to end up with a neck ache. So little movements. Yeah, so I'm going one at a time. Now I'm going to alternate. Yeah, one and the other. So the idea of a shoulder shimmy then, we can use this shoulder pop, I guess you would call it, for an accent. Yeah? And this leads into a shoulder shimmy where I'm moving one after another fairly quickly. So back and forth, one and one and one and one and. So this is going forward back and this is going forward back, but I'm alternating them. First one, then the other, one, then the other, one, then the other, one, then the other, yeah? So the idea of this then is to speed it up. So we get them going pretty quickly. This is at tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah, so my shoulders are alternating, going back and forth fairly quickly. Yeah. So now to stylize this in the Egyptian style, you concentrate less on the shoulders and you let the movement travel into your chest. So I start to forget about my shoulders moving quickly, and I start to put my focus, my attention on my chest. So the shoulders are still moving, but I've forgotten about the shoulders and I've released all the tension in my chest and I've let the move travel down. Yeah? So I just want you to see the difference. Here I'm thinking about my shoulders moving forward and back. And here I'm thinking about letting the movement go into my chest. And my chest should be relaxed anyways. Going back to the basic posture. I'm breathing through the chest. I'm not holding it. I'm not tensing it. The chest is relaxed. So when you start to move your shoulders forward and back, the chest kind of naturally follows from that. Yeah? Breathing.